Hi everyone, welcome back to this weekly market update. So, a happy week for me, basically making money as well. I'll be sharing in my Telegram group a couple of shares, and one of the shares I have actually mentioned 2 months ago, I think almost 2 months ago, and have been held until today. Gladly to say that it's a good outcome. Later on, we'll be sharing in the in the later video as well. So basically, just to let you guys know what is going on for this week first before we go into the chart and individual counter. So people who have been following me closely on my video or my Telegram group, hopefully you guys gain benefit as well, because not just only me, I have a couple of followers actually entered into the same market, same counter, and they actually benefited for holding until today, basically yesterday closing. So we are seeing more upside on that particular counter. We will go to the counter shortly. So what happened? Just a overall picture. We know that last Friday is actually the non-farm payroll heavy economy data, which I mentioned on my last week video, right? So we can see that it's a weekly gain after the blowout July job report. So I immediately, once I received the non-farm payroll of 500,000+ jobs, right, on last month, I texted in the Telegram group. I say that the futures market actually dropped 200+ point in the Dow Jones, and then it closed green when the market closed yesterday. So we shall see what is happening. Dow Jones gained 76.65 point, or 0.23%, and at 32,803 point, even with the Friday gains. But if let's say you go into the individual, just based on the chart itself, you should be able to see that the market is actually gap down. It opened below, go down, and then it go higher. This is a 1 day chart. All right, if you go to the an hour, you can see what is happening. So it actually open low, go down, go up, come down again, and then it go higher. All right, so what's the big deal? If let's say today you are a day trader, then there is some things that you need to watch out, because it's very heavily volatile. It can swing between 200 to 300 point a day due to the news report of the non-farm payroll. But if let's say you are like swing or position trader, then you do not have to pay a huge attention just by that particular noise of news itself, because this is what I draw previously on the last week itself. Our next resistance, we are watching out on 33,300 or 33,500. This will remain the same. All right, a lot of people think that it might come down. Is it that it's being blocked by this 100-day moving average? This one. All right, this 100-day moving average, when it was around this area let me see, sorry, around this area, okay, when it was on Tuesday itself, Monday or Tuesday, Tuesday itself. So, but the thing is that don't be afraid by the noise. If let's say you're a swing trader, this is what we are looking at. We can see that right now the market is forming some conjunctions against over here. All right, but a lot of people thinking that they are actually watching this level closely. So a lot of stop loss is actually placed at this level. All right, I can say that a lot of stop loss is actually placing at this level or slightly higher. So I think that the market have this behavior whereby it will always repeat that it will actually go up, kick and kill the stop loss before it come down. But conjunctionally, I can say that, all right, coincide with this 200-day moving average. Can you see that? So I'm looking for the market to break to this level, or perhaps near the 200-day moving average before we see another coming down. But why do I always bias on the downside? Like I said, right, stock is always biased on the upside, correct? Because no company create a new company to make the company fail, right? Everyone is making revenue for the company itself, and we know that Dow Jones is actually under the 30 heavy component stocks, correct? So if let's say any of the stocks performing well, it will go up. But the thing is that it's because right now we are actually at a higher interest rate, borrowing cost, debt is all actually getting expensive. So by right, yes, it should go up. All right, by right, yes, it should go up. But if let's say with this kind of data, all right, non-farm payroll that came in at 528,000 last month, this give a reason for the rate to hike on the interest rate again. All right, So it gives the reason for them to hike. We know that the last month we have is 75 basis point, but after a couple of 75 basis point, 50 basis point, we go even higher. So does it give a reason? All right, if you go and Google, right, the betting for the rate hike coming up, they are actually biased on the 100 basis point or 75 basis point once again, one step higher. So this give a reason why I'm biasing, but the thing is that because of the good earnings report showing 528,000, not just saying that it give an excuse for the Fed to give a highest interest rate hike, but it also show that the economy is really doing good. Otherwise, where does this job come from? I'm right to say, but my personal view is that, think about it, if recession is coming in, of course the company need to hire more, right? Because economy resumes, people start going to restaurant, whichever jobs. If you know that recession is coming up and you do not have much saving in your bank account, will you do double jobs? Will you then start to leave from your comfort zone and pick up the new job as well? So we wouldn't know how bad will it be. The only data we can see is next week is actually on this CPI data, US Consumer Price Index data. This data will then tell us that what is the consumer sentimental when they are purchasing out there. Okay, consumer uh, data. All right. So watch out for next week, Wednesday. This data will came in heavily as well. All right. It can swing either side of the market. If let's say you are doing day trading, just be cautious of it. All right. Next thing. Uh, let's say. So all right, so here it says Friday job report is a crucial one, because it actually one of its one of the two central bank will see before it decide how much to raise the rate for the September meeting. So just be careful if you are trading on daily. All right, daily trades. So next is actually U.S. economy has has yet to face its biggest recession challenge. So this is what I'm saying. Just be cautious. I don't see market will back all-time high once again. All right, 35,000 is really the peak, but before it go there, I would like to see 33,300, 33,500, or even 34,000 to take off before we see the next high. But unlikely, my own opinion, unlikely we will see that. All right, unless we are going to cut rate, printing money is coming in. Okay, so enough of blabbering. So next week, take note, economy data is the US CPI. Next is the earnings continue, but of course we are after the bank, after the big tech. Right now it's just a small company over there, so it might not give you a huge interest on the earnings going forward. So next few counter, Dow Jones I already give you the level which I'm monitoring. I will stick to 33,300, 33,500. Once again I repeated. Next counter which I mentioned, PayPal previously, not sure how many people following. Eventually it break. Oh, sorry guys. Eventually it break and then it go to the $100. Alright, we may see $100 as next resistance followed by 120. So we can see that the market gap up. I think it's good news. Or the earnings, it gap up and then it pull back. So I will see PayPal continue to go up from here. Alright, continue to go up from here unless the whole major market change. So like my what I said last week video, for the August will be on mercy perhaps in the market itself. Alright, will be on mercy because maybe it's too low for people to start picking it up. So if let's say you are on certain counter which I've been watching closely, one is actually Shopify. We can see that it's actually dropped, I think, a lot. This is what I mentioned previously. uh May, all right, on May, if you're missing out, resistance 650, support 320. This is before the stock split, all right guys, before the stock split. So the lowest is where it's almost close to $30. Right now it's jumped to $40. All right, so I'm just $20 apart my support and then it break, but then it come up. So people who are still love on this stock, I think it's a good chance to pick it up. I mean, of course it's not very long term, just to do your own dollar averaging. All right, just to do your own dollar averaging. Here is one support. Can you see that? Support, support, support. Here is one resistance, previous resistance. So right now we are actually on the line at the moment. Sorry guys. Okay, we are actually on the resistance level. But I'm foresee that if let's say market may continue to break to the high side, we have room for this to go higher as well. All right, we have room for this to go higher as well. So our next level maybe 55, 54. So if that's the case, I'll just write here. Today is 8th of, sorry, 6th of August 2022. Next resistance, or you can say take profit. We are eyeing at $54, $55. All right, so this is what we are looking at for next week, and then we come and review back again. Okay, so next we'll be going into plug. How many still following me on this plug? Can you see that? So I mentioned bullish, otherwise I draw here. I didn't write for plug. Definitely I didn't write, but it's inside my video, it's inside my YouTube. You can actually watch back. I did mention plug. All right, if you never find anything, come back to me, I will find for you personally. All right, so right now it reached the 100-day 200-day moving average, gap up, continue to go higher. I think the next report is coming on the 9th of August, which is on Tuesday itself. So people who do not wish to play on the earnings report, you may actually close on Monday, take a good profit, enjoy your rest of the week. You work hard enough, all right? You work hard enough to follow me. Okay, next counter is actually CCL. CCL Carnival, which I mentioned. I previously I said I wanted to see this, right? Okay, people who have been following closely, let's see. So what I have been saying, I wanted it to go down, bleach below the support or the support area, Q out of the TP before it bounce back. Correct? Long after a candle break below 750, then followed by a green candle that showed up, they go up. But I doesn't say I will enter immediately, gentlemen. Don't get me wrongly. What I'm trying to say is that it seems like there's a decent support being formed recently. All right, there's a decent support being formed recently at this area. Okay, at this area, gentlemen, at this area. Okay, decent support. All right, so like I say, higher mid, which is higher profit, lower probability, right? If you want to long at this point, there isn't any sign of showing that it break above. It's either it break above this level, then you chase, or you buy now with your tighter stop loss. It's up to you. All right, so people who entered, then congrats. It depends on your risk appetite. I personally have not go in yet. All right, I personally have not go in yet. Just to let you know, if you guys have front run me, by all means, because you listen to my video, that is where you take the benefit of it. Next counter, which I'm going to share with you guys, is actually uh, this thing called, sorry, C Limited. Okay, C Limited. I guess someone wrote in my Facebook, if let's say you are the one, thanks for that. I've been paying attention on this counter as well, but you mentioned what I've been seeing as well. It's a bullish sign, definitely. Congrats to you as well. Someone wrote in my Facebook page, thanks, buddy. So, yes, C has been badly beaten down as well, 300 all the way to 80, 60. All right, it dropped how many percent? It's not because it dropped that much that it's worth for you to pick it up, but most of the counter out there, right, overall picture is actually dropped that much during the COVID period, during the start of 2022 as well, when the rate hike came in. So fund house start to pick it up, index start to go up, people will think that, hey, market has recovered, and they will go and find this kind of cheap gems and start to pick it up as well. That is why C go higher. But if let's say you are into Chinese ADR, then you got to be watch out, like Alibaba. All right, like Alibaba, watch out. I think there are a couple of bad news for Alibaba. For Chinese stocks, that's why it actually came down. I think Alibaba going to close their counter, or I think SoftBank actually sold a lot of Alibaba shares, liquidate most of the shares, take money. I don't know where will they pump. But the next counter I'm going to share with you, which I mentioned previously, which I say I make quite a bit, is actually on this counter called Grab. All right, Grab. This is what I'm mentioning. Let's take a look at the weekly chart. Can we see that Grab after IPO, it have crashed all the way down to $2? All right, June. I mentioned, I say that price does not break below $2 or 220, $2 or 220. We don't see any $2 or 220 lah. Right, 220 is basically this green line, 221. We don't see. So people who have picked it up, all right, this is what I mentioned. Let's see. Oh, sorry guys. Okay, this is what I mentioned. I say from here go up, from here go up. Let's look at the day chart. definitely, gentlemen, I never buy at 220. I'm not God, all right? I never buy at 250. I buy my average price around 260 plus. It's around here. Okay, and right now we are at $3.80 plus 80 cents, $3.80 last Friday closing with volume pick it up. All right, so people who actually entered into Grab, congratulations. People who actually entered after the breakout, also congrats to you. Ultimately, it's a good profit. All right, so next, where are we looking? Where am I looking? Definitely the round figure of $4. All right, definitely the round figure of $4 or 409, which is the previous resistance. Break above, we will see the next gap down. Maybe it will recover on this gap itself. So where is this gap recover? Maybe at 512. But I like the round figure is $5. All right, so where are we looking at? Let's remove all this what I draw here to make it cleaner. Okay, 1 second, gentlemen. Okay. Oops, where am I? Oh, sorry. So go to Grab. Okay, so let's write it down. This is June. Today is August. So 6 August 2022. Next resistance break 4. We shall see 5 round figure covering. Sorry, covering the gap in March 2022. All right, so this is what we are looking at. Okay, so we will look at this band, whether we're coming to this band ding dong before it go down. Things to watch out. 25th August is the earnings report. All right, so what actually caused these few days to spike? Couple of reasons is because mainly Uber has announced their first earnings in profit revenue in green after so many years, and that is why Uber gap up go higher. We Uber and Grab is a similar industry. All right, next counter, which last Friday also mentioned same industry is Lyft. Earnings, both sides surprised by 400% earnings. All right, revenue also higher as well based on estimate, reported higher than estimate. All right, gap up. So Uber push Grab and Lyft. Lyft push Uber and Grab. So right now we are waiting for Grab on 25th. All right, so I think from now to 25th, there might be some noise in between, but it should bias on the upside. So I'm heavily confident $4, $5 should be the area. All right, so we shall see where is Grab going. Okay, but don't get me wrong, my average price is around 260 plus, so I'm actually in green. So eventually it come to $3, my risk reward is still huge, fantastic. All right, I can cut anytime. If you want to chase, just be cautious. All right. So next counter, which I'm going to mention, I think the ETF that used to perform, all right, one of the best in 2020 might have chance to return back. All right, I've been return good news of Arkk ETF. So not to forget this gem, it may reshine once again, break above $50. Last closing is at 50 exactly. Break above, we shall see next level 62. Where what am I relying on? I'm relying on the Fibonacci from 2020 all the way top to bottom. We are looking at the next level at 23.6% Fibo level. All right, 23.6 Fibo level is around 62. So let me draw another arrow. This is where we are looking at. So coincide, can you see? Coincide with the 200-day moving average. Okay, so this is what I'm looking at. Let's write it down and then we can review once again. So 6 August 2022, TP on next resistance at, where are we looking at? 62. All right, right, 60 round figure dash 62. Okay, so this is what I'm looking at for next couple of weeks or perhaps month for Arkk to go. Okay, so watch out for Arkk if let's say you're interested. Another counter is Jinko Solar. Okay, this is the Chinese solar. Okay, ADR. So this is the Chinese ADR. What I'm trying to mention is that if let's say you believe in the solar ETF, not just on plug, on 10 ETF. Right now, this ETF is actually on the uptrend. Okay, so any pullback to previous year is for you to go higher. We trade with the trend, right? This is the previous all-time high. All right, resistance right now, support. It may go down to the next support before it too higher, but ultimately we are biased on the upside. Okay, so this is Jinko Solar Holding Company. All right, so that's all for this week really market update. Hopefully you guys enjoy and put some counter into your watch list, and then you continue to monitor from there. I will see you guys next week. Remember to join me on my Telegram group so I can give you any quick update over there as well. Once again, congratulations if you are once a Grab shares holder till today. Thank you. Bye bye.